What's the deal? It's your boy, Professor Shaka Black, aka SB Panther, aka Shaka Fuego. You know what I'm saying? We grinding these YouTube streets right now. And we're gonna take it from a little sports, a little gaming, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, to some deep stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always a deep thinker and I love to talk about and, trade back and forth and learn and all that stuff. So right now, we're gonna react to a video from my boy, Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, he says some good stuff sometimes, but, you got to be careful with, intellect, people who made their living off intellect, you know what I'm saying, or being intellectual or feeding the people what they want mentally, because you have to have a mind of your own no matter what the situation is. You always have to have a mind of your own. You know what I mean? And I think you take everything with a grain of salt. You don't always blindly follow anybody. So let's see if Umar has valid points, because, be a leader, not a follower. I never follow. But y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We finna get to the meat and potatoes of everything, man. Let me know y'all comments on what we talk about and the things we talk about, whether you agree with it, you don't. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Gangster rappers, they don't live a happy life. Have you seen some of these Negroes off the stage? They are the nastiest, most disrespectful, most fear-based, most anger-based Negroes you will meet in your life. Because
is this specifically for gangster rappers? Cause I wouldn't say Gucci like that. I think Gucci fuck with the people. I think Gucci man fuck with the people. Nah, don't get me wrong. Some people do let their egos get to them and they treat people like shit.
Spirit doesn't function off of image and merchandise. This is why when you out here dating, mating, and cohabitating, hopefully no snow bunny. Too many black women walking around.
He had to throw that in there. Hopefully no snow bunnies.
With hostile personality disorder.
Hey, you know what's crazy to me? I don't even think Dr. Umar even has a wife or anything like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I hate when people who haven't had long relationships comment on what the people got going on when it comes to love.
We have too many black men walking around with hostile personality disorder. We have too many youth walking around with hostile personality disorder.
True.
We have too many elders walking around with hostile personality disorder.
But we can break that down. I don't know if it's a disorder, but we already know. The young against the old, man against the woman. You know what I'm saying? Light skin versus dark skin. So, I think it's still playing out in these days today.
We have a crisis of hypertension in the black community. Too many of us.
Not to mention what the media feeds us and what we internalize when we see on the news, or how we internalize things we see. You can't help but look at somebody you don't know. That you ain't gonna look at him as a brother. You're not gonna look at that because you hear so much bad things. You know what I'm saying? You get fed so many bad things. It's hard for a woman to look at a man, or a black woman to look at a black man like he's their savior if the media is constantly feeding you fear porn.
Are perishing from stroke, heart attack, and other illness because we are trapping and carrying too much stress inside of our bodies. We are trapping and carrying too much stress inside of our bodies.
That's why you need to learn how to meditate, clean your mudras, clean your energies, learn how to take care of your psychology, take care of your mental health. It's very important,
No doubt, some of this stress is ancestral. It is in our DNA.
And I heard of something called epigenetic memories. Your DNA actually can remember experiences from past lifetimes and pass it down. It just is a fact. You can actually load a DNA on. They have actually loaded DNA on a memory card or whatnot, and downloaded ebooks to it. It can hold something like a petabyte of data. I don't got the exact stats on it, but yeah, your DNA actually works like an advanced memory card. Simple.
We brought it with us when we incarnated. We brought it with us into this human dimension when we incarnated.
The way he's serious cracks me up, though. I can't lie.
of the stress is ancestral, but a lot of the stress is self-inflicted because we are
Absolutely.
not processing our experiences under white supremacy correctly and positively. Stress will kill you if you don't know how to handle it.
Absolutely.
Stress will cause disease if you don't know how to handle it. Yes, we need to change our diet. Yes, we need to exercise, but I'm not talking about
Nah, that's important. I don't want to hear but nothing. Your diet and the way you treat your body is a vessel. If you don't take care of your car, you don't take care of your house, you don't take care of the ship, you don't take care of anything, it's gonna deteriorate. You gotta upkeep it. That's part of it. That's a big part of it too.
diet right now. I'm going to leave that to the dietitians. I'm not talking about exercise right now. I'm going to leave that to the professional trainers.
If that being said, don't talk about politics or leave it to the politicians. So you gotta eat right, man.
I'm dealing with my expertise. I'm dealing with the psychological costs of stress. I'm dealing with the psychological costs of stress. We are literally destroying ourselves because we are walking around hostile.
What we're going through right now is not genocide; it's menticide. It's got so advanced to the point where, we glorify killing each other. The women glorify using the men degrade the women. It's menticide. It's nobody else doing it but us. And we got to take accountability for that because ain't nobody, in certain instances there is outside groups that hate black people and whatnot, but what he's talking about right now is the things we do to each other, and that's just true.
Too many hostile Africans in the black community. Too many hostile Africans in the black community. You have to learn one of the most important things you can do in your life. One of the most important things you can do in your life is know what to worry about and know what to leave to the Most High.
Know thyself. It's an Egyptian proverb. Know thyself.
One of the most important decisions you can make is know your spiritual wisdom. This is why you must develop spiritual wisdom and intuition. Knowing what to worry about and what not to worry about is the difference between life and death. Worry.
I'll go even deeper. The Egyptians say being attached to anything in its material existence will lead you to not being able to achieve enlightenment. So it's really no point in worrying. You can't worry. You can't be attached to anything. Yeah, you got to manage your emotions. They say emotions make poor masters but good servants. You can't be attached to much. You can't be attached to anything.
Will kill you. Worry will kill you. Anger will kill you. Anger will kill you. Our young children killing each other in the streets, filled with anger. You know why? The basis of anger is fear. The basis of anger is fear. Whenever you are angry, there is a seed of fear within you regarding that situation. Whenever you are angry,
Right. And a lot of this stuff can tie back into ancient wisdom. They used to do things to eliminate fear, like the ancient Cometians. I'm not gonna say Egyptians because that's not what their name was. The ancient Cometians used to swim with alligators and stuff like that to eliminate fear because they believed that in the higher realms or higher dimensions where everything's manifested through thought, fear turns into something completely different. That's just, that's pretty dope.
there is a seed of fear within you. Whenever you are angry, there is a seed of fear that is provoking the anger.
Am I tripping or did he just repeat that 4 times? I think he said that 4 times.
You are angry because you are afraid. You are angry because you are afraid.
He said that 6 times now.
You are angry because you are afraid of
7 times.
afraid of what? Losing something. Afraid of what? Death to your reputation.
Okay, bro. He can't repeat his sentence 7 times. That's going to make this hard to get through.
Death to your relationship. You are afraid of losing your job, afraid of being embarrassed, afraid of being exposed, so you get angry.
I'm scared.
Anger is how you weaponize your fear. Anger is the weaponization of fear. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And let me say this to you, your ego is always afraid of something because your ego operates. Your ego operates.
Bro, stop repeating yourself.
In the realm of success and failure. All your ego knows is success and failure. Your ego don't know anything else. So if you are an ego-based African, if you are a narcissistic, ego-based African, if your whole life is about what you own and how you appear to other people, I know you deal with a lot of anger, a lot of...
Hold on, he freestyling now. What does ego and buying Gucci shoes and Gucci hats have to do with fear? Nah. See what I'm saying? Nah. Just because you repeated something 8 times 2 minutes ago, don't mean I lost my train of thought. Because you almost had me. I almost zoned out and I almost thought about some other stuff. But I caught back up and now I'm back with you. Now I'm back with you. Now I'm back with you. You see how that? Now
fear,
I'm back with you.
a lot of frustration,
Now I'm back with you. Come on.
a lot of rage. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's not a healthy life. Our gangster rappers, they don't live a healthy life. Our gangster rappers, they don't live a happy life. Have you seen some?
I ain't gonna lie, this is tripping me out. Now I feel like I'm going through the mirror effect. I was gonna agree with what he said, but he repeated himself, and now it's tripping me out. Cause I'm getting deja vu. I could have swore he just said this. But what he was saying is true. A lot of rappers don't live a healthy life. RIP to all the rappers. And it's not just gangster rappers. Mac Miller. I was thinking about Mac Miller the other day. Mac Miller was cold. You know, it's the drug use. It's the culture in general. Not just gangster rap. We ain't gonna put everything on just one sector of hip hop. It's a lot of things that's promoted, even with the conscious rappers, even with the lyrical rappers, you know. Well, Mac Miller, I don't know if you call him lyrical, but he was good, you know.
Some of these Negroes off.
No, he was lyrical, but he wasn't conscious.
The stage. Have you seen some of these Negroes
Man, I hope
off
he don't
the
keep
stage?
respecting
They are the
himself. That's gonna fuck
nastiest,
me up.
most disrespectful, most fear-based, most anger-based Negroes you will meet in your life because spirit
Didn't he say that at the beginning of the video? Oh, am I tripping?
doesn't function off of image and merchandise. Spirit doesn't function off of image and merchandise.
Holy.
This is why when you out here,
I ain't gonna lie, this video could be way shorter if he didn't repeat himself. If he didn't repeat himself 7 times, this video would be way shorter.
dating, mating, and cohabitating.
Hey, imagine watching him on TikTok. It's gonna be repeating over and over again while he's repeating himself over and over again. That's crazy.
Hopefully,
That's crazy.
no snow bunnying. When you out here
Snow
dating,
bunnying.
mating, and cohabitating, you got to do an assessment. How materialistic
Wait, hold on. How did gangster rap killing each other turn into not dating the snow bunnies?
is this person? Because I don't care how much Jesus they claim. I don't care how much Muhammad they claim. If they are caught up in how they look beyond what is acceptable, if they are overly attached to their public image, if they are overly attached to what they own and control, you are dealing with an emotionally unhealthy people.
Right. It's cool to have nice things, But no, at any day they could be taken away. You know, any day they could be taken away. But it's always good to have motivation and to achieve things you want to achieve. But don't let it consume your life. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be your identity of a material thing. But it's always nice to achieve things and achieve goals. If you want that AMG, you get that AMG. If you want that nice house, you get that nice house. But don't let that make you think you're better than somebody, or don't make it your God. Don't make it your God.
Your whole relationship will be a cycle of anger, fear, depression. Anger, fear, depression. And these people are so miserable and so spiritually unwise. So miserable and so spiritually unwise that they think the way to escape their anger, fear, and depression is to go buy more stuff. They're so spiritually unwise.
Hey, man, if you got enough money to buy stuff every time you sad, more power to you. I ain't gonna lie, because everybody ain't got money to have a shopping addiction.
They think the way to escape anger, fear, and depression is to go buy more stuff. Maybe I need a better car. Maybe I need a bigger house. Maybe I need a woman with a fatter ass. Maybe I need a man with a better body. Maybe I need a new car.
Preach. Nah, he going in now.
That's because they are caught up in the illusion
of grandeur
of European capitalism.
Up.
And the illusion of European capitalism. The illusion of European capitalism says happiness is a function of what you own. European capitalism, the psychology of European capitalism says happiness.
Now, I will say being poor isn't fun either. So, it got to be a fine line. It got to be a line we draw in the sand where it's like being poor sucks too. You got to get something out here.
Is a function of what you own and what you do. According to the white power, this is the white man's pseudo-spirituality. The cave dwellers' pseudo-spirituality. Happiness is based on what you own and what you do. So when you come across Negroes who have been possessed by the demonic spirit of European capitalism, when you come across Negroes who have been possessed with the demon of European capitalism, you better run the up.
I will say the structure of money was around way before Europe. So, I mean, you got to read, kids, because capitalism didn't start with Europe. It's been around.
The direction. You better run in the other direction. A Negro who is all about what I own and what I do is a miserable Negro.
And a nigga who piss poor ain't ready to do anything for some money out of sheer will to survive is also miserable. It's balances, checks and balances to everything.
A miserable Negro. Oh, yes. First time I meet a sister, I'm looking at how important is the Louis bag? How important are the Steve?
Maybe he's saying that's because he has money and doesn't want people to target him for his money. Because he wouldn't go as hard as he does if he wasn't making money. He wouldn't be able to talk the way he does if he wasn't making money. He wouldn't have the freedom to do what he does if he wasn't making money. So let's not negate the importance of figuring out the matrix or mastering the matrix in order to do what you want, because you can't do anything, bro. You can't drive down the street and meditate in the grass without paying for gas. You can't go to Timbuktu and be enlightened from the monks without paying for that flight. So whether you like it or not, money is an integral part of life. It's something you can't avoid. Because if you got kids, you got a family, ain't nobody finna live in no trees. Ain't nobody finna live in the nature with kids uneducated because you can't afford school. Come on, bro. Or a decent school. It just, certain times when we get to this type of discussion and dialogue, we got to be realistic. You can't run away from the fact that you need money. You need money out here.
Steve Madden high heels. If you gotta walk out your house every day with a wig on your head, you are not at peace with God.
No,
If you gotta walk out your house with a wig on your head every day, you are not at peace with your spirit. And if you are not at peace with yourself, you cannot be at peace with me. If we cannot be organically African together, if you have to be artificial every day of this relationship, if you have to be artificial every day of this relationship, if you have to
no, don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Artificial every day of this relationship, this is a relationship I don't need. Stay away from Negroes who are possessed with the spirit of European capitalism.
Holy shit. And then he calls himself a monkey. Hey, man, you got to have a mind of your own out here. You got to have a mind of your own out here. You got to have a mind of your own out here. Man, it's your boy Shaka Bean and Mafioso that done died. The coldest nigga breathe fame. Breathing flames. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe or dislike. It's your boy Shaka Bean and Mafioso that done died. The coldest nigga breathing flames. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Shaka Fuego SB Panther Shaka Black, a.k.a. the man who repeats himself 1,000 times. The man who goes on a loop 1,000 times. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike, do what you do, and support the movement. Make sure if you watch this whole video, you support. It costs you nothing. Looking ass. I'm out, man. Deuces.